Hey guys, my name is John Woods and I'm from the Woods Farm. We're going to be entering a couple of our vehicles into the 2021 International Quarantine Car Show put on by Deboss Garage. This video is about my replica Volkswagen Kubelwagen, which is completely built by myself here in my home garage. It's based on the chassis of a Volkswagen 181 Thing and is the replica of a World War II military vehicle. And this year we're going to be entering it into two categories. First, we're going to be entering it into the Tribute category, and we're also going to enter it into the Revive and Drive category. So for the Tribute category, the reason I'm entering this category with the Kubelwagen is that this vehicle is really kind of my tribute to the classic vintage Volkswagen Beetle. Believe it or not, the Kubelwagen shares a long history with the Beetle. In fact, the Kubelwagen was actually designed by Porsche at the beginning of World War II. Basically, at that time, Porsche already had the design for the Beetle, and there was a few prototypes floating around, and the war was coming. He was asked by the German army to come up with a light utility vehicle, so he took the Beetle chassis and he basically turned it into an off-road Jeep. And that's really one of the cool things about Volkswagen and the Beetle is it's kind of the ultimate kit car. You can really turn it into just about anything. There's a lot of different ways that you can modify Beetles and upgrade them, and really the genius of Volkswagen is the fact that they have so many different vehicles based on one chassis. The reason I'm entering the Kubelwagen into the Revive and Drive category is because when I started this project 3 years ago, I was looking for some sort of build, and just by chance I came across an old Volkswagen Type 181 Thing. It had been sitting out in a field for at least 20 years and had basically almost rusted away to nothing. It was buried right in the dirt. So I got a hold of that for a great deal, and I decided to pull it out. I trailered it home. We got it home and we got right to work on tearing it down and repairing the chassis. So basically this vehicle I built right from the ground up. There was so much work to do on it, and really most sane people would have written it off, but I decided to just piece it back together, and slowly but surely over time the chassis came back around. I stripped the engine down, cleaned it, and amazingly the engine kind of fired right up with no difficulties. And once I had a running chassis, that's when I decided to, instead of doing a restoration on the 181 Thing, I decided it might be way cooler to build a replica of a Kubelwagen. So this is my version of a Revive and Drive. I basically brought this thing back to life from the dead, and now we're driving it around, and it's a great vehicle. So this was a 3-year project, and it was really my first attempt at doing a major car restoration or resto mod. Basically taught myself how to weld building this car, and rebuilt it really with limited resources and with basic hand tools, essentially. Just one problem at a time, and eventually, you know, a car started to take shape. This project was really challenging, but it was also rewarding, and I enjoyed it in the sense that it was kind of like building a full-scale model. You had to do a lot of research. It was a lot of looking at photographs and trying to replicate that with whatever means I could. And then once the vehicle started to take shape, and we started to get more of the body panels and stuff, and it actually started to look like a Kubelwagen, it was really exciting. And then you had to look at the detail work. So it was looking at things like the tow hooks, hinges. You had to make custom hinges, latches, all of that kind of stuff had to be fabricated here from scratch, because it's not like you can just go out to Canadian Tire or Napa and pick up Kubelwagen parts. Now that the car's done, we finished it last summer. Unfortunately, COVID hit, but we did what we could. The Kubelwagen's on the road. We're driving it around. It's a real fun vehicle to drive. I take it into town all the time, and you know, people are always stopping me saying, "What is that thing?" You know, I've never seen anything like it. Sometimes people confuse it with a Jeep, but you know, I always say, no, it's a Volkswagen. You know, open the rear hatch, and that's where they see the rear engine, and a lot of people are really interested in it. We even had a chance to take it out to a couple of small car meets, which was really fun. Again, you see the Kubelwagen parked next to all the classic cars, and it kind of really stands out. Okay, so we're really excited about the International Quarantine Car Show this year. Just want to say thanks to Deboss Garage for putting this on. It's really cool to see everybody in the international community come together and show off their different builds and their cool cars. And we just want to say good luck to everybody in the car show. If this video has sparked your interest in the Kubelwagen, just head over to the YouTube channel Woods Farm, and you can see the full build there right from the beginning to the end. Everything is documented in a whole series of videos, so check that out. And as always, thanks for watching.